Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. First of all, if you hear a little blabbing, you guys already know who that is, my little baby in the background. I'm so excited for today's video. I was actually a little inspired by my last video. If you missed it, I rented out a loft or like an office downtown to have like an official professional meeting, and that's kind of why I wanted this video to be like a little sit down so we could get into that mindset, get into that vibe. I'm gonna leave the link up here so you guys could check it out. Basically, I wanted to go more in depth as to what I do and don't do to make it all happen. If you guys didn't know, I'm a mom, I work from home, I own a boutique, I do social media, I do YouTube. I do a lot in my eyes, right? So I wanted to come on here and share tips on what I do that makes my life easier, tips to be that girl, things to just be more successful, a better you, be organized in this year. I feel like I'm a little late, but it's honestly never too late to start. So if you're interested, definitely keep on watching. First, we're gonna talk about mindset, mental health. I feel like that is really where everything starts. With that being said, I want to give a big thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Again, that's BetterHelp, BetterHelp. BetterHelp. If you guys didn't know what BetterHelp is, it's where you can actually get therapy, like real therapy online with an actual licensed therapist. They actually have over 200,000 therapists on their network. Signing up is super easy. You can sign up through their website or their app. I did the app. You just answer a few basic questions like your age, what kind of counseling you need help with, any specific issues that you want help with, and then they match you with a therapist that is perfect for you and your need. Another thing that I thought was amazing with BetterHelp is the fact that they are actually income based, so they're very affordable, way more affordable than in-person therapy or traditional therapy. Plus they make it super easy, and it's actually free to change your therapist in the case that you want to find one that suits you a little bit better. And once you get matched with your therapist, it's super easy to start talking to them. You start talking to them in literally less than 48 hours. Mine reached out literally within an hour, so that was amazing. I feel like that's like the huge benefit with BetterHelp. You don't have to call a million offices. You don't have to wait for a callback. You don't have to talk to receptionists or anything like that. Nope, it's literally on your phone or on your computer. But more importantly, it is in the convenience of your home. You don't have to leave or sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. Another amazing thing about BetterHelp is that they actually offer live chat sessions, something similar to text messaging, and or video sessions, something similar to FaceTime. I've actually done both. Texting, super fast. It's a live chat, so it happens right then and there. You don't have to wait for them to text you back. They don't leave you on scene. No, it's live. If you want something a little bit more personable, which is my favorite, and the video session might be better for you. And again, these are licensed professionals. It's not like you're talking to a friend or like your mom. I know being in the Hispanic community, I feel like mental health or therapy is kind of like taboo. Nobody really talks about it, or they just dismiss it, just don't believe something like that is happening. Like if you feel like you need to talk to someone and you know you don't have that support system, BetterHelp is definitely a great option for you guys to look into. You deserve to be heard and get real feedback and real help in a professional sense. It has already helped me so much. I let it all out. I get it all out of my chest and I don't feel judged. I wish I had this, or I knew about this while I was going through my postpartum depression. I feel like that would have helped me so much. But yeah, you guys, if you are interested, I will leave a link in the description so you guys could check it out. My link does give you guys 10% off of your first month, so definitely take advantage, try it out, let me know what you think. But let's continue with the rest of this video. I'm gonna share with you guys what I do, and hopefully something in here resonates, or you guys could switch something up, or you guys could take part of what I'm saying. So just take that as you may, because it's really hard for me to sit here and be like, you guys need to do this and that if it doesn't apply. So just wanted to do like a little preface or a little disclaimer. My first tip is to obviously have a planner. This isn't something new. I feel like everybody knows they need to have a planner to get their life organized. So this is the planner that I have. It just says stay positive, work hard, make it happen in 2022. I got this at Home Goods, and honestly planners are relatively easy to come across. They're not expensive, so definitely pick up one. Or if you're not into the whole planners, yes you are, girl, because this year you need one. One of the things when it comes to planning that I do is to be realistic. I used to plan so much for one day, it was ridiculous. Like I would plan a photo shoot, editing pictures, posting pictures, and new arrivals all in one day, and it's like, That's impossible. So being realistic with what you do plan is the big thing here. I know how long it takes me to do certain things, so I plan accordingly. As nicely as it looks to have a beautiful, colored, filled planner, that's not realistic. Let it go. If you have one thing to do on Tuesday, that is fine. It is realistic. Make it happen. That's my first tip. Now, continuing on this whole planning thing, another thing that I do is set deadlines for things that don't have deadlines. You guys, this has changed my life drastically. I used to make lists of what I needed to do without an actual deadline. So I'd be like, okay, I need to do laundry. Okay, so now say by when. So you actually have a realistic goal of when this goal or this thing needs to be accomplished by. It'll make your planning a little bit more detailed, a little bit more focused, a little bit more put together. So you actually have deadlines to things. I also put deadlines on ordering groceries. Now I realize in the bigger picture, if I don't order groceries by Sunday night, I'm not gonna have my coffee by Tuesday morning, and that's gonna throw off my schedule. So again, just set deadlines to little things to make your life easier. Piggybacking off of that, one of the things that I've also done is to pick up on a routine. So now again with the groceries, I know I have to order groceries by Sunday or take pictures on the weekends. Again, that's a little routine. Great, finally got a hold of my notes. As long as he doesn't eat them. What I used to do was plan out a whole month. Now I only plan a week. If something changes through a week, I could change that. But imagine changing 3 weeks worth or 4 weeks worth of stuff to do. That was just crazy. Dámelo. Ah, you have some in your mouth. I'm sorry, you guys. We're just gonna roll with today's punches. But anyways, like I was saying, I used to plan in a month's worth, and I would plan my photo shoots, and then my packages would be delayed, and then it's like, now what do I do? What am I gonna do with those pictures I plan to use as content? Because I don't have the products and I couldn't take the pictures. So it's just an example of why it would be easier for you guys to plan in shorter amount of time. So yeah, that's what I do now. That is a good tip, and it is definitely working for me. Moving on, the next tip that I have, you guys, is to journal. Right, sometimes I write on my phone in my notes app, sometimes I write in an actual journal. I'll show you guys mine. I've had this forever. So it's very simple, very plain, just how I like it. But basically what I like about this planner, and that's my big tip to you guys, is get one that's not dated. What my tip is with this, I'm not just telling you guys get a journal and write stuff in it. No, this is what I use my journal for. I write down whenever I am stressed, whenever I'm angry, whenever I have a disagreement that I don't necessarily talk to people about. Well, here's another life tip: do not talk to other people about your problems. I still don't want to be left with those emotions or bottle it up inside, so I write it out, I let it go, and then I forget about it. But on the same note, I also write about things that I'm grateful for. Every time I have a feeling like of accomplishment or gratitude, or every time I reach a milestone. Personally, I hate talking to other people about things like that. I hate feeling like I'm showing off or like gloating or like, you know, like that. I don't like that feeling. So whenever I'm proud of myself, I write down what I'm grateful for and thankful for. And that's just kind of how I go about my life. I will touch a little bit more about that here going forward, but that's just what I do at the moment when it comes down to journal. So another thing that I use my journal, or when I write stuff down, it is to write down my dreams. I've mentioned this before. I'm super big into manifestation, and I write it with intent, and I write it as if I have already reached these goals, and I write in a way where I'm already living the life that I'm working towards. I'm not sure if that makes sense, and I don't want to get too detailed into manifestation. I'm not an expert. So in short, I'm just going to recommend the book that kind of started this mindset specifically, and it is this little book right here. This is called The Secret by Rhonda Bynes. The book is life-changing. In short, there's your hair on it. In short, this book goes into the law of attraction, manifestation, how to think, how to talk, and it gives a lot of examples of people that have done that. So I definitely recommend this book. I will admit it started a little bit slow for me. It was a little hard to kind of like, you know, get it going, but hang in there. There is a movie. Now I will say the movie is not as good as the book. I recommended this to Jesus, and he could not read it, so we watched the movie together, and again, no es lo mismo. So definitely pick up the book if you want to get started. This is definitely the best place to start when it comes to law of attraction, manifestation. But anyways, that's what I use my journal for, is to also write down certain things. If I'm not writing about it, I am speaking about it. So next tip. The next thing that I do is I speak with intent. Basically, going off of what I just said, I am very, very particular with how I speak to myself in my mind, as well as what I say out loud. And this is important because everything that you speak Everything that you say or even think definitely is sent out into the universe, and I have picked up on that. I no longer allow myself to speak negatively to myself, or if I do, I definitely go in there and I'm like, no, change that, like offset it. So again, a little bit more of that is in this book, so I don't want to speak too much on it, but yeah, that's one of the things that I do now. So I also talk in the way that in the now. Like, it's really hard to explain. Like, if I'm working towards being successful, I don't say I can't wait till I'm successful. No, I think of, or I talk in terms of, I am successful, I am smart, I do have all the answers, I am creative, etc., etc. You want to think in the now so that that's what you're attracting. Head over to the book, read the book, or even watch the movie if you'd like, so you guys could get an idea of what I'm saying. Let's move on. So the next thing that I wanted to touch base about, that I told you guys that I would talk about a little bit going forward, is confidence. So confidence is one of those tricky subjects for me personally, because I find that there's like a really thin line between being confident and being cocky, or coming off as arrogant, or coming off as show-offy. So I was always so careful with the things that I'm like, the things that I do or say or post or what have you. But this year we are letting go of that mind process, that those reservations. The reason being is because I kind of found that I don't celebrate myself the way that I should, and I feel like a lot of you guys may or may not be able to relate. But the thing that I've come to realize, you are not responsible for how others feel about your success, about your goals that you've reached, etc., etc. So for you to kind of like who's Tim? For you to dim yourself down to hopefully not hurt someone's ego or what have you, is not something you should do. You should be proud of yourself. You should be happy for yourself. Others that love you and care about you should be happy for you as well. This year, I want to be confident, and I want to extrude, is that even a word? I want to give off my confidence for you guys to be inspired and motivated. There's so many things that I have kept offline or really didn't make a big deal out of because I didn't want to come off in a certain way. But obviously you're not responsible, like I said. And that is something that I want you guys to be this year, is confidence. Be comfortable in your skin, be comfortable in what you're doing, be confident in chasing your goals and your dreams. Share your successes. It is okay. You're working hard. Celebrate yourself. So that is one of the things that I'm doing this year that I hope you guys do as well, because the more you celebrate yourself, the more you think of yourself in a certain way, the more you align with what you want to do, like the more of that stuff, the good stuff, is going to happen. So lastly, the thing that I'm doing this year that I hope you guys could take with you is to set baby steps. Now that might sound a little contradictory of what I'm saying, like to think big and huge and blah 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 blah. I'm still saying it's okay to think that way. I want everybody to think that way, but make baby steps. It's kind of similar to that saying, like the ladder saying, like don't focus on the top of the ladder, just focus on the first step. That's kind of what I'm saying. Still think big, think huge, but make your little baby steps, because those are still steps. Those are still growth. For example, what I'm doing is I want to be healthier. I want to work on myself, look better, but I'm not gonna stop cold turkey. I personally can't with my lifestyle, etc. Sometimes I do fast food. I don't cook dinner every day. So my baby step is to drink solely water. I know for a fact that I cannot work out for an hour, 2 hours every day. I just cannot make it to the gym with my schedule, and that is okay. But you know what? I am gonna do a little 10-minute workout before bed, 20 squats before bed, something along those lines, as well as wearing my waist trainer. Those are all little steps to the main goal that I want. So take my tips, you guys. I hope they help you with this year. I hope you guys think as big as you can dream, and you guys take the little steps or big steps to get there, as well as planning your life, manifesting your life, and all the little bits that I mentioned. I really do hope you guys found some value in this video. Do not forget to be subscribed and like this video and comment again to be entered into the giveaway. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Until next time.